This is you, as you are right now. Going to school or work every day, relaxing with some TV or video games in the evening, watching some language YouTubers from time to time when your Japanese itch is growing stronger again. But you don't really have the time for that. So after 2 years, you still go to your job, watch TV in the evening, still dream about learning a new language, but you're still here, at the same place. This is also you, as you are right now. Going to school or work every day, relaxing with some TV or video games in the evening, watching some language YouTubers from time to time when your Japanese itch is growing stronger again. But then you think, hey, I really want to learn Japanese. And if I did that, I could talk to my firm's Japanese clients. I could make the best use of my semester abroad. I could look for a job in Japan. I could read Japanese books, watch Japanese anime, play Japanese games. I'd never get to know if I didn't learn Japanese. You set your goals and learn, improve. So after 2 years, you've earned your N2 certificate. Your book and gaming shelf is filled with Japanese games and books that inspired you, and you wouldn't be able to read if it wasn't for those past 2 years. You've met new people over your passion, even made Japanese friends, learned about Japanese culture, and felt that through reading in Japanese you grew to understand the Japanese way of thinking. Learning Japanese unlocked a new world for you, new friends, new insights, new you. Which version of yourself do you want to be in 2 years? It's your choice, or at least it was my choice. The choice I made thinking about the priorities I want to set 2 years ago. Hi, I'm Lynn and I've been learning Japanese with otome games and want to explore all things otome and beyond. My choice was to either hustle between jobs and always continue dreaming what a life would look like if I learned Japanese, or did what I was secretly hoping to do and to become. But the mere thought of still being where I am now in 2 years scares me. I want progress in life. I want change to some extent. That might be not true for you, but for me it is. Still living the same life as I do right now, 2 years from now, sounds like a boring hell to me. So I could just hold and think for a moment. Which version of myself do I want to be in 2 years? Where do I want to be in 2 years? So 2 years ago I made a decision. I want to be able to read Japanese otome games. I don't want to be stuck as a Japanese beginner forever, like the past 10 years. The next 2 years will be different. I want to learn, and so I did. But now it's about you. I'm sure you, like me, have a goal you somehow didn't manage to achieve yet, because you're lacking the system to get there. But you have your future self in your hand. You can decide which version you want to be. It's all about these 3 steps. What do you want? How do you get there? And be clear about why you want to be there. First, imagine how your life will look like if you stay just as you are right now. What will your daily life look like? What do you do? Where are you? With whom are you? What do you know? Pause this video, write it down. A piece of paper, a journal, your phone's note-taking app, it doesn't matter. Write it down now. Done? Good. Next, start dreaming. Think about what you always wanted to try or learn. Do you want to learn Japanese or another language? Do you want to read more? Do you want to make more time for your family and friends? Protect your body, stay healthy. Imagine it. Write it down. Write down how your life looks like if you pursue those goals. Start with one goal. Ask the same questions. What does your daily life look like? What do you do? Where are you? With whom are you? What do you know? Okay? Now look at those 2 lives. With which do you resonate more? Which do you want to be your life in 2 years? Both lives are perfectly valid choices. I just want you to think about that choice and realize it is a choice. Inactivity is as much a choice as activity is. Waiting is a choice as much as walking is. Stagnation is a choice as much as movement is. So make the choice. Make your choice. If you're like me, you go for change. The change you always longed for but could never obtain. Yet. For me, that change was learning Japanese to be able to play Japanese otome games. Who would have thought? If I don't learn Japanese now, then I won't be able to play Japanese games ever. All I would be able is to wish for Jako no Laila or Nilat Minari no Tenbin, my favorite steamy games of all time, to be localized. Or yearn for Nijet finally taking the plunge to translating Diabolic Lovers. Stop dreaming, it's not gonna happen, my friends. No. Which would mean a life of waiting. But that's not for me. If I, on the other hand, commit to learning Japanese now, then I can immediately start with immersing in reading Japanese otome games. Immediately get to know the juicy boys, play all the horny games I want, and free my desire for otome games. So what about you? Just understanding it's a choice can already be immensely empowering, but even more so if you follow the next 2 steps. So now you know your Northern Star, know where you want to go. You have the direction. What you need is a map. The how. You have a goal. Learn Japanese, travel to Gibraltar. But how to get there? Do you travel by foot, car, bus, train? Or in other words, it was for me which kind of learning style to choose. Do you, like me, like to play otome games or Japanese RPGs? Like reading manga and watching anime? In that case, I've made a video about finding your immersion style. Then set a clear, attainable goal. How will you walk your path? How will you get to your destination? To me, my patrons are also really huge help to get there, because they support my otome mania as well as other creative endeavors. First, I find the difference between input and output goals immensely helpful. Input goal is a goal that focuses on your effort you put in, right? Like the time you spend doing your desired activity, like reading for an hour. Output-oriented is a goal that focuses on the end, like reading a chapter. I experimented with both a bit and settled for an input-based goal, because with an input-based goal I have it fully under control. I know I can sit down and read for half an hour. I also like that it doesn't allow Lazy Lynn to cheat. She can't just go ahead and add 10 random words, like really quickly, without ever having the aim to learn them, and without ever building a connection with the new words. And on the other hand, she knows she won't be stuck there for hours until she finds like 10 suitable words to learn. Sitting down for 30 minutes is achievable, not too daunting for lazy, but actually also quickly frightened Lynn. And yet a time in which I think I can get something done. I'm also just starting to track my output goals on top of that, and I will update you on how that goes. So what might be your possibly input-based goal? Read 2 hours a day. Okay, make it more realistic. How much time can you realistically spend on learning Japanese or reading, going to the gym, or learning how to fix a bike? Look at your calendar. Where are time slots you're in complete control of? If you're having a job or going to school, it's most likely in the morning or evening. Are you a morning person? Can you learn good in the morning? Then try to get up half an hour earlier. For some early morning Anki flashcards, comfortably in bed. Or a morning reading routine just for you and your coffee. That also prevents me from making up excuses, because I literally don't have anything better to do than enjoying the warm comfort of my bed a little longer while doing some vocabulary reviews. So then I'm only allowed to leave my bed and start the day after that hour passed. Not sleeping. That doesn't count, Lazy Lynn. No, forget it. Get up. Wake up. Learn. Okay? Good. Or I also put my sports mat directly next to my bed, so I can immediately roll from my bed onto the mat and do some stretches before I'm allowed to move on with my day. Or do you prefer learning in the evening? Then check, what do you usually do in the evening? Maybe you're playing some relaxed hack and slash, watching a comfy murder documentary, or get lost in some unbelievably cute kitten videos. Cute! I want to hug them! If the thought of totally cutting fluffy kittens, wholesome murderers, or hot Dimitris from your evening routine scares you too much, how about just decreasing your evening wind-down routine for an hour or half an hour even? Or whatever you feel you can afford, though I think like half an hour should be possible. Try cutting this time for 3 days and find what other things you can do with your time. Read a book, learn some more, a quick workout. After these 3 days, check back with yourself. You might realize you don't need to rewatch Dexter yet again, and Hyrule still can be saved tomorrow evening. Of course, you're totally free to stick to your old habit, but to which of the 2 paths does it more likely lead you? And is that okay with you? So for me it was not. For the past 2 years I've cut watching TV and YouTube from my schedule. First because I was more busy with creating video content than actually consuming it. And then because I just preferred playing Japanese games over watching English TV. So without really realizing it, I cut down entertainment time immensely. Of course I did play games, which is a form of entertainment, but also a way of learning. And I actually after that never ever considered like watching an English movie or playing a game in English. Way too basic for me. Except for that one day, found that first love, Hatsukoi, drama on Netflix. Bad conscience and ugly crying face hurting. Not a good combination. Still take care to choose goals that suit your lifestyle and your needs. And don't ever compare yourself to others, but just commit. That might be half an hour of going to the gym in the morning, something I'd never do. Can't morning sports? No. Very no, but no. No, but maybe it's for you. I don't know. No, not for me. Or an hour of reading in the evening. Yeah, that I do agree with. Or fling with a new 2D man every other night. Best choice of your life. And just with that, I'm sure you'll start to see changes in your life. Find your why. This can be easier said than done. I know, because I struggled to learn Japanese for 10 years and still struggle to stick to Anki. Though I know it can speed up my learning process. But the first step of visualizing your future path really did the trick for me. Really make sure you know why you want to do this, because it's going to be hard. There'll be days where you don't feel like studying or going to the gym, or doing whatever is needed to guide you to your second path, the path of your dreams. And it's totally okay and even good to slack off for 1 or 2 days in order not to burn out. But if one day becomes a week, becomes a month, then you're back to square one, path one. The path of stagnation. Make sure this is the path you want to walk. If so, that's good. But again, remind you of the choice you are actively making. Even not making a choice is a choice. You can't run from it. So my tip is, every time you feel down, start visualizing your goals again. And write them down. Is it still what you want to do with your life? Is it worth the effort? Especially learning Japanese. You know how people say to get really proficient in something you need 10,000 hours? Which often amounts to like 10 years of experience. Yeah? Are you ready? 10 years? Whoop whoop! Because every loud yes to your goals and yes to your dreams is followed by innumerably small no's. No to watching Kami-sama kids with English subs and thinking that's the same as learning Japanese. It is not lazy Lin. And it's not as good as studying your Anki cards. Yeah, you get that? No to snoozing for an hour. Because then you neither get sleep nor learn something. No to Pizza Friday. Actually, scratch that. I need pizza in my life. Every week. That's non-negotiable. No to scrolling Twitter for 2 hours. That's the only healthy habit you need in your life, in my opinion. Think about what you are willing to say no to in order to achieve your big yes. Be it language learning, be it working out, be it reading. Those are so gigantic yeses. There are a lot of no's to be said. Make that decision in one way or the other. I know if I don't stretch, if I don't rehearse my vocabulary, my body won't become healthier and my back pain will stay. My skills won't improve as quickly as I want them to. I want to bring my Japanese skills to N1 this year. I won't get there by only reading romantic dialogue. I want to be conversational in Chinese next year. I won't get there by only adding 1 word a day. I need to learn 10 words a day. And every day I don't do that brings me further away from my goal. But as long as I have that in mind, I don't need to fight lazy Lin every day. I know what I want. I know what I need to do in order to get there. I know what will happen if I don't learn. And I know that I don't want that to happen. And so I learn. Of course, I have days where I don't want to at all. And I might do it haphazardly. Or not at all. Happens. But the important thing is, the important difference to how I used to set my goals is that I now know I will get back on track. I just have more motivation overall because of that. Because I know what my goal is. I know how to get there. And it's powered by my why. So what's your why? And where does it lead you? Which path will you travel? Which will stay unexplored? Tell me in the comments, and in 2 years I ask again. So think about your dream path. What do you need to get there? What are you willing to say no to? How will you get there? And why do you travel that path? And if you want to know how my past 2 years changed me after I decided on my new path, this video explains how unexpectedly valuable a change of path can turn out to be.